Welcome back to the Culture Shock. Today we're going to talk about fasting. Out of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 27, it says, "I discipline my body like an athlete." When I talk about fasting, I'm not talking about just denying yourself food for amount of time. Jesus did that for 40 days. And it strengthened him. But what I'm talking about is cutting out things that are not beneficial for our lives. This could be entertainment. Maybe you watch too many video games. Maybe you're watching porn too much and it's destroying your mind. Maybe you play games too much, video games. Maybe it's killing your mind and your time. But we gotta watch what we're doing all the time. Sometimes we gotta cut things off if they're not benefiting us. Sometimes that could be family and friends, cutting them out of our lives for a period of time. You can probably talk with them later on. I'm not saying cutting them out completely. I'm just saying for a time when you're at work, you don't always have to text them or call them. Or for young guys and young girls, when you get in a relationship, all you do is text, or call the new person you're in a relationship with, which is okay. But when you're doing it at work, then maybe you can just cut that part out and text them or see them later that day. But sometimes that can be unhealthy when you're doing it during work, because sometimes I've seen people get released because they're just on their phones while they should be working. So we gotta watch how we spend our time, who we spend it with, and make sure everything is healthy for us. If you're unhealthy, maybe we can eat healthier foods, cook at home, and eat less takeout or fast food. But I got this illustration from when I was on the phone. But what I want to do is talk about Jay Cutler, one of my favorite bodybuilders. He was so disciplined. He slept and ate bodybuilding for a period of his life. Maybe almost 20 years. But he's in his 50s. Or I think he just turned 50 this year. But he would train 2 to 3 times a day. He would eat like 6 to 10 meals a day sometimes. But he was so disciplined, he would sleep certain times. It's just like any great athlete. We know Tom Brady. If you ever heard his story, you could just YouTube him. And sometimes he'll talk about his TB12 method, how he ate, how he slept at 8:45 and wake up super early, work out with his resistant bands, and train as a football player. But he was so disciplined. Everyone says he's probably the most disciplined quarterback. But to be a champion in life, sometimes you got to do the extreme. Maybe you want to be not a athlete, but you want to do something great in your field. So you got to do what is necessary. Sometimes, a lot of times, that's cutting out things out of your life. I used to be a TV addict because that's all I had. I didn't have internet, so I used to just binge watch TV for hours. Sometimes just leaving it on in the back for noise. But that's how bad I got. Now I don't have Dish Network. But what I do nowadays is this. Any way I can improve, I watch things that will help me improve, get my mind thinking in different ways, in all ways. I have financial channels I watch, workout channels I watch, cooking channels I watch, blind channels I watch. But this is all to help better myself channels on news or other things, because I'm trying to constantly think different, whether that's my choices that I make. But we can all do that. But sometimes I have to cut out like things I want to do. Like when you work out, you could probably just go to take a nap and relax the rest of the evening. But when I was working at Safeway, I remember I used to come home and get ready to work out. Then I would spend about 45 minutes to work out. That's what I gave my time to, because I want to keep in shape at the job I had. But it was all my decisions. And if you're going to spend time with your friends, don't be on your phone too much. Spend time with your friends. Don't be on your phone and trying to talk to them while they're trying to talk to you. That's very disrespectful. And what's the point of hanging out with your friends if you're going to be on your phone instead of talking to them? See, that's unhealthy. That's an unhealthy relationship right there. So maybe cut your text message, phone calls at that time. Everybody always says to me, I got to get this phone call. I got to get this phone call. I got to answer this text message. Then they call me back later. Oh, it's only a telemarketer or whatever spam call. But, which is very disrespectful. Sometimes I just don't answer after that because I'm already busy with the next thing in my life. But we gotta spend our time with people the right way. Whether it's your kids, whether it's your family. See, we gotta cut things out. When you're in church, don't try to answer your phone call. Just put your phone on silent so you can hear the word of God preached. When you're at work, the same thing. I remember I used to tell people at work in the customer service that if someone asks for me, say I'm not here or I'm busy, even if I'm not, because, well, I was mainly busy, but if I did, I'd probably rest a little, needed a little rest, like a few seconds just to stand there and get my mind straight and so I could get back to business. I didn't want to be bothered at work. I love my job, so when you're at school, just focus on school in classes. Don't try to make your time about your friends. You could do that during class or or after class, I should say. Lunch, after school. That's what that time's there for. Study hard so you can excel at life after high school, college. But just keep on improving and cut out the things that are harmful to your life. Don't get into drugs. And if you are on drugs, cut them out. Alcohol. You don't want to have some addiction holding you back from success, from improving yourself, from being the best version of yourself. So, that's why I want to talk about this in this video, because I want all of us to succeed, have success in our lives. Maybe you're successful now. Keep on it, because all it takes is a little break, and sometimes we can stop completely. Don't stop completely, just take a pause and keep on going. Just like athletes do. That's why they have off seasons. Maybe enjoy your weekend. Go fishing. Go whatever. Get your mind straight and focus and get it ready for the next thing in your life that you're shooting for. So, I want you guys to keep on improving every day, as well as myself. I don't say just this stuff just to you. I say it to myself. I watch my own videos when it comes out, And sometimes it motivates me, like what do I need to do? What do I need to cut out? So I'm not just saying it to you, I'm saying it to myself as well. So what are things that we can cut out? Maybe you can list some things that you can think of, maybe not in your personal life, maybe you think of other people, because I don't want to put your life on the spot in this video, but or what have you cut out which brought you success, which can help us here on this channel. I'm always loving to hear answers from you guys. Like me, I cut out eating so much. I used to eat like 4 to 8 times a day. Now I'm intermittent fasting. I've been doing that since 2020. It's been great for me. Some people need to cut out cigarettes. Some people need to cut out booze. Some people need to cut out so many things. But it's about disciplining ourselves to live a successful life. That's how millionaires were made, because they had a successful life. I'm not talking about the ones who inherited money from their parents, their grandparents. No, I'm talking about the ones who built their business to be a success. So that's what I want you guys to do. Maybe you are building a business, but we still got to cut out things that can be harmful to us, our success, whatever it is. But let's go keep cutting out things and adding in good things in our life. It's not just about cutting out things, it's about adding good things, good people to our life. So if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Everybody, keep on learning, keep on growing. I'm the Frugal Cyborg. Everybody, stay awesome.